Hello guys, how we doing? Phil Kent here, and just continuing my own OLSP 50-day challenge. You've done what I'm doing. Then 36 days ago now, I started my own 50-day challenge, and I recommend people do challenges. It gives you a sense of accountability, gives you a sense of consistency, and especially if you're doing things like including Facebook Lives, it definitely goes a long way to helping the Facebook algorithm, as they say, because it definitely helps you engagement and stuff like that, and helps you get seen. And it's just a good thing to do, and especially when you're in this sort of industry, it puts a face to the name and stuff like that, which is all about building trust factor. It's so important when you're online, because a lot of people are sort of apprehensive, a lot of people are nervous and things like that. And so building an element of trust and is known as the know, like, and trust factor online. It is huge because, like I said, a lot of people are a little bit apprehensive, a little bit wary of things going on and things like that. So I set myself a 50-day challenge. That was 36 days ago now. Can you believe we're on day 36? I've been doing a Facebook Live every single day. We cover different subjects. Sometimes it's a post I've written. Sometimes I might be responding to DMs and all sorts. Sometimes we have people on, sometimes we don't. So if anybody's about and they want to jump on, just give me a shout and we'll see if we can get you on. And so I wrote down today's subject. We're going to cover team duplication. It's something that's really important. It's something that's effective. And there are two ways of doing it. You can either create these funnels yourself that you can share with the team. I know I've been part of programs before where if you get someone that's sort of good at, say, putting funnels and things like that together, they might use a program such as Leads Leap or something like that, and you can create funnels inside of there, which can be shared with the team. These can be quite effective. Or failing that, you just need an inbuilt system that is easy to use and easy to duplicate and things like that. And definitely inside of OLSP, you have got that, because not everybody's a little bit they're afraid of sort of techie stuff. A lot of people online are unfortunately a little bit lazy. They don't want to do too much. They just want an easy to follow system, which is one thing, which is good. But it's also important to be having your own access to things, because a lot of these programs out there, they may give you these sort of pre-built funnels and things like that, and if you use certain systems, they'll house the leads for you, which is all well and good. But if that program goes down, then you will lose all the leads and everything that you have. So you've got to have your own autoresponder. You've got to be building your own email list. It's paramount. There are certain programs out there. There's some quite big, well-known ones that will have their own pre-built capture pages and things like that, and you can incorporate your own autoresponders and things like that onto them. But a lot of people don't bother. They just say, "Oh no, the funnel's all set up for me," and that they email the leads for me on my behalf. So all you're doing is you're marketing their system, you're marketing the links and all the rest of it, which is all well and good because you might well get some sales from it, but all you're doing is adding emails to their list. So they've got this network or army of people working for them, building their email list for them. So you should always be building your own email list. They're not harvesting somebody else's. So that's paramount. So some people, like I said, they're not that great techie. They like done for you systems, or they like very easy to follow systems, and this is what creates team duplication, because it's got to be relatively easy to do. Now, I have found that with the OLSP system, it is pretty easy. They've got their own page builder on board, and it's very, very easy to do. I've done some demonstrations. I might do another one today as we sort of go along, because you need to be versatile as well, because like most programs out there, the OLSP program does have its own standard sort of capture page that they give out. That's quite common in the industry. They'll give you, say, your referral link to use. They'll say, "I will advertise this," which is great. And so they get your capture page, and they'll tell you to connect your autoresponders to it. Some people do, and some people don't. But when you're working for the program, you need to be creating your own pages or standing out using bridge pages. I've done a video on that before. I did a live on that a few days ago. Insert a bridge page, just standing out above the crowd, making yourself be seen amongst others, because otherwise you're just one of the many numbers out there, because you want to be the person that people would like to join, get yourself seen, stand out and things like that. These sort of things do make a difference. So you need something that's easy to use, easy to edit and stuff like that, because that's what people want. They don't mind a little bit of setup. They want it fairly straightforward. Now, what you can do when you come on OLSP, you can choose from many pages that are all inside. They're quite easy to use. You're just going to grab a page, edit it yourself. You can link it to something else. Or you can pick your own funnel, link it to your list and things like that. And then just sort of save it and boom, you're ready to go. And it's pretty easy. And that's what people want, you know, and you need it for your own benefit, because you can use different pages then, and you can try them. And some pages are more suitable for, say, different platforms. Like, you know, you might want to put some links out there in, say, a traffic exchange. Now, that's a different type of traffic, different kind of audience. But you know, you can incorporate it, and rather than just your standard capture page, because most traffic exchanges, a lot of people they're surfing for credits because they want to get traffic to their system, so they're only going to see your page for a limited amount of time. So if you're just displaying, say, a capture page that's very generic in the industry, with saying sort of the usual things, the odds are they're not going to opt in. Not unless it's something really outstanding, which is unlikely, because their attention span is low. They're just watching the timer. They're not really watching your page. So you want to offer something to give away. So I recommend giving away something that you can of value and attractive. So if I show you one of the pages that, a typical sort of page that I would recommend using in a traffic exchange, I'll show you one of the ones that's inside of OLSP that I use. Let's just let this load up. I'm going to actually screen share. There we go. The stream software as well running, so things are going a little bit slowly. But I'm going to drop over to TD page inside here, which is the page builder inside the system. So I'm just sort of looking down as well at the screen to my left, because I think the things are a little bit holding up. It's starting to go okay. So if I go over to my campaigns, I'm inside the back office now of TD pages, which is the page builder inside of OLSP. Now, one of the sort of pages that I would recommend if you're using a traffic exchange is something like this one that I've got down here. I'll just show you it. Because, like I say, people that are in traffic exchanges or that type of platform, they are, they're just viewing something for whatever it may be, 10, 15, 20 seconds. If you use traffic exchanges, you know what I'm talking about. They'll get this page that comes up. So if you've got sort of a generic capture page where it's just, the headline, make X amount in X days or whatever, and an opt-in box with their email, it's very unlikely to get opt-ins. You're going to get the odd one, but very unlikely. But if you're presenting something like this, they're going to look at it. I've got access to the exact system I use to make commissions. That's the link to the OLSP capture page. I've got a link to join the Facebook group, and they can download my free bonus and stuff like that. And 2 follow me buttons as well. So you're giving them different opportunities to sort of look at and grab their attention. Now, you don't have to have something like this, but this gives them a sort of choice to see. There's no opt-in box straight away. They may just out of curiosity want to join a Facebook group, and they might be curious of what the free bonus is, and that's a direct download. And these sort of things are just going to help you, and they're going to stand out because obviously you've got yourself there, you're branded there. And just these little bits that you want to be able to sort of grab the attention and do things for yourself. It's the same as if you're inside the back office, you've got all these different pages, you can try different ones out. The good thing about OLSP, also you can brand them yourself, and you can incorporate your own sort of logo that you've got, or your own profile picture, should I say, and things like that. So as you can see, this page here it's got me up there again. It makes it personal, makes you stand out. So you're constantly branding yourself on these pages, and that's what it is. And this is one that I use with some different traffic. This converts really well. It's quite good. But again, it's just taking the pages that are already there inside of the back office. The difference is it's got my profile picture up there so people see me again. As you can see, the difference between that and say standing out, if I grab the standard capture page from inside of OLSP, which is this one, which is a very typical sort of generic capture page that a lot of A lot of programs use and things like that. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It converts okay, but there's nothing personal there. There's no branding there. You're just the same as everybody else. You know, so you're going to get a good catch page. You're going to get people opt in, but they're not going to know who you are unless you put a bridge page inside it. And if you're using the standard capture page, which comes with a program that you have no direct access to editing, then you can't put a bridge page in there. It's not possible. So what you can do, which I showed in one of my trainings the other day, you can make a sort of duplicate of that inside a page builder, which is what I did the other day. Now, this is one I knocked up for the live training that I did 2 or 3 days ago. I did it very quickly. I did it in about 2 minutes, so it wasn't absolutely perfect. But as you can see, it was a mirror image of that. I mean, I could easily make that better by going back in. I can make this a bit bigger and stuff like that. So I could go back in. I could sort of just click on the page. I can edit the page. And the things that I'm doing, it's easy to do. Obviously, I'm used to doing things like this. But when you can show your team how easy this is to do, I literally just copied that page to give an example of reproducing the sort of standard page that I had, showing the team how I did it. And then it's running a bit slow because the program is recording at the same time and streaming the live, so it's slowing things down a little bit. So just bear with me, I'll load in a minute. Like I said, if I wanted to make it bigger, I could come over here. If it's going to let me do it, I don't know. Let's just have a look if I can make it a bit bigger. I'll just show you how easy it would be. Make it bigger. It's reacting with the speed of the software. So when if you see me make it the other day, you know it's just playing up a little bit because I think it's the speed of the software. I'll just have a look. I'm just thinking to our time. If I had more time to sort of make it bigger, what would I do? There we go. That's a little bit too big. So let's go back down. Let's go back. So I'm trying to do it quickly, so it's not working out too well. But let's try again. See if I can take that down again. No, it's not letting me do it because the software's slow. It's slowing down the reaction, so it's not working out. As you can see, it's because I'm recording the program as well. The software is interacting with the page builder, which it does sometimes. I'm trying to get it to sort of slow down a bit, but it's not having it. So I can't show you properly. But what I would obviously do is make that page, wherever it's gone now, I'd make it a little bit bigger to marry up with that if I wanted to. It's normally very easy to adjust. It's playing out because I've got the software running. I'll try and do it again for you. So if I just drop that down a bit in size and things like that, and I could just adjust it about until I got it how I wanted it and things like that. So, and you get the idea. You just sort of play around with it. It's interacting with the software as I'm going along a bit. But these are the sort of things when you can show your team what you're doing, and you say to them, look, instead of having this, which is the great page, etc. If you can start branding yourself with your own copy of it, or you can start using pages like this, got your profile picture on it, and show them how to do this and where to use these pages. Because if you were, say, buying traffic from a solo traffic vendor or somewhere like that, you wouldn't want to be using this sort of page. But this is good inside, say, traffic exchanges or something like that. Because, again, you're branding yourself. They're seeing your profile yet again. And they've got free choices there. So while they've got that sort of 15, 20 seconds when they're looking at sort of the timer in the corner, curiosity is going to kick in. They might click to join the Facebook group. They want to know what the free bonus is and things like that. And you're just adding to these little chances rather than putting a page like that inside a traffic exchange, which you may or may not get an odd lead drop into. But generally, because they see so many capture or squeeze pages inside these programs, you've got less chance of them actually going in and opting in and things like that. So all these little things come to team duplication. If you can show these people how very quickly to do something like that, and you've only got to, if you're that capable, you've only got to sort of knock a quick video up on how to show them and things like that, and put that in place and say, look, you can use this page here, you can put this inside a traffic exchange, you can you can use this one, you can brand yourself and stuff like that, especially if you made it a little bit sort of done for you, they can just copy, because it's quite easy to do with some screen recording software. These are the things that are going to help your personal team grow, and you sort of step out your comfort zone. Some people don't want to be doing stuff like that. They just want to be one of the people that follow along, which is great. But if you're looking to sort of expand people look for the right people to join. They look for people who've got something different, and those who are knocking out pages or funnels and things like that, you're going to be helping people quite easily, because they'll say, oh, it's quite easy to get a copy of this funnel. They can either link it together, or there is another program that I also use where you can copy the entire funnel and things like that. So that's something else I'll probably look to do for my team, where I'll put the funnel together myself. Then all they've got to do is just take the link and they'll duplicate the entire funnel, and all they've got to do then is add their own links. And then again, you can start offering a sort of more of a done for you service if you want them to have that funnel, but they don't want to link it all together. They don't want to go inside and edit their links of it. Then do it for them and just put a little fee on it or something like that. And these are the things that people will happily pay for, because you got to also make sure you're investing your time wisely. All our time online is valuable, okay, and you don't want to let people drain all your time resources, because otherwise you're not going to get anything done yourself. So it's a case of just sort of balancing it up. But people are quite happy if you just put a small fee on there to say, look, I'll do it for you for a small fee. Grab that funnel, link it all together for them, put all their links inside it, finish it off and send it over to them. People are going to be quite happy to pay a little bit extra for that, for you to do it for them. And then all they've got to do is grab that finished link and post that, and they'll be quite happy. And then they can either use your videos if you've got them inside, or you can tell them they feel free to add their videos. Most people are happy to take the funnel as it is, because it's still completely different from something that is out there. I've seen a few leaders in other programs. As a very successful leader in one of the other programs that I was with, does just that. It's his work, it's his funnels, it's his videos. It's a sort of copy and paste process, and they're quite happy to go with that. This is what people look for. So when we come back to talking about team duplication, this is what people look for. This is what people want. They want something that's a little bit different. They want people that they can just come on board, copy that, grab that link and start posting it, and if you can give them a sort of funnel, then hey, that's well and good. It's a whole way forward. And you can even set things up, what I've done before. You can have, say, a free tab system set on a page, and one of them will underneath will say join my primary business. So you can be using a program such as OLSP to help them generate the leads and traffic and things like that, and learn about that process, because that's what it is. It's a massive training platform. But they may have a program of choice, a primary business separate to that they want to use OLSP to help promote that. So you could incorporate a funnel in there by saying a tab underneath one of the pages that says join my primary business, and that can be a business of their choice, if you see what I mean. So they'll see this page, they'll see the funnel, they're using OLSP to promote it and generate the traffic. You've given them this funnel access, where all then they've got to do then is click this tab and put their primary business link on that tab, and then they can use that as part of their funnel process to promote their own program within. It's a very effective tool. So you can invite people to come on board, use the program themselves to help generate the traffic and leads, etc., and things like that, and use it as a massive training platform for what it is. But you can also say to them, hey, you can incorporate your own primary business or business of your choice into that via this tab under the funnel. So it's a win-win situation. I mean, I've seen that before. I've used it myself before. It's very effective. You can invite people in. You're not trying to lever them out of one program and put them into another. You're saying to them, hey, use this as a platform. It's got all the tools and whistles and bells and whistles that you need. It's got low ticket, high ticket, residual income and everything else. It's got a massive training academy attached to it with all the training that you'd need for anybody or any platform. Teaches you how to do list building effectively. And then you can say to them, you can all incorporate that with a primary business of your choice and have that under there. And there's a tab there for it. You can build a funnel for them. And these things that I've done in the past, and these are the things that aid team duplication, because then you're saying to them, hey, use this program, get on board, use the platform for what it is. There's a tab there to add your primary business to, and then you can go from there. So I hope that sort of helps make sense to you. That's what I'm talking about. So the subject was team duplication. This is what it's all about. And team duplication comes from one of the primary sources is making things easy for people to do. Because a lot of programs will they give you the link and they'll send you over to the sort of get started instructions and say, right, you've got to get your autoresponder, you've got to connect this, now you've got to build your page, and you've got to have some of this. And as soon as it becomes a little bit too techy, a little bit too difficult for people, they'll leave it, or I'll come back to it later. And then what happens is when they decide to leave it later because they're finding it a bit too hard, a bit too difficult to put together, they'll see something else, that the shiny object will catch them, and they'll say, oh, all I've got to do over there is just promote that link, and you'll lose these people. That is generally what happens. People are lazy online. A lot of people are lazy. They like it, the ease of done process. They like things done for you. They like to do as little work as possible. They want maximum results, but they want to do as little work as possible. So if you can bring them into any program or system and maybe help them in that area and say, look, you've got a funnel here, it's all done for you, and you've got to do the work yourself, it's going to pay you dividends in the long term, because you can say to them, here's my system, I've done a lot of the work for you, there's a video here of me showing you how to connect the dots. All you've got to do is go in here, follow here, put your link in here, click save, and it's done. Or you can go that little bit advanced further and say, well, I do offer a done for you service if you want me to do it all for you. And sort of go down that route. There's many options to it. So the easier that you make it, then the better the team duplication becomes. The more technical difficult it is, then the harder it is to duplicate, because people like a good program, but they also like the ease of duplication. Some people are quite happy just to say, hey, I don't need all that. I'll just grab my link and promote it, and that's fine. But I always encourage people to bring personal branding into it. That's a massive part. If they can start building themselves, branding themselves, building that know, like, and trust factor, and getting yourself out there, it's going to pay you dividends in the long term. It may not happen immediately or overnight, but people are going to get used to seeing you. They're going to get used to seeing your content. They're going to get used to seeing your face. So it's building that level of trust all the time. That's what you want. So I hope that makes sense. I've sort of gone over the 20-minute mark. No one joined us today, which is fine. Yesterday we had sort of 2 people. We had Ilse and Cresmere yesterday. But I do the lives on my own anyway, and any guests are always welcome to come along and join in. Weekends are sort of funny times for people. A lot of people doing different stuff, and a lot of people catch the videos back on a later date as well. So I think that covers everything. I've made a few notes. I've covered those. Team duplication is massive, guys. So whatever you're doing, have a great day today. I hope you got some more value. This was day 36 of my 50-day challenge. We're only sort of 2 weeks away now, and the finish line is in sight. A lot of people already asked me, are you going to continue the lives afterwards? There's a high chance I will do, because some people are now getting used to me doing them at this time. So that's probably a given. So whatever you're doing, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next live. So thanks a lot, and cheers now.